people. So you started recording with the homies, and
Yeah,
how
yeah.
did that transition into like, oh, I think I can do this like for real?
Well, I was just always it was always a hobbyist thing for me. I didn't really see it as I didn't see any of it as a way to make money. It was just something I loved to do, and I was going to college for civil engineering, so I got a degree in civil and environmental engineering, and I did that for 4 years. And all the time, I'm like coming home every night and working on beats. It was like a very, very um,
Like a
it,
superhero thing, where you were like a totally different person in the middle of the night making
right,
these
not
beats.
less
Yeah.
superhero and more like split personality or something,
Sure.
like where it was like,
Sure.
I put on the button up shirt and the slacks, and I go into work and I'm on AutoCAD and talking in meetings and stuff, and then
Yeah.
I come home and I'm like, doing drugs and making rap music and
Hanging out with
like,
the homies in the back room.
yeah,
And
drinking 40s, and it's just a very
super hazy room. Yeah.
two very different lifestyles, and it was unsustainable, and I got extremely depressed during that period, and at a certain point I realized that I could no longer do the civil engineering. Like it would be a waste of my life if I did that. And at the time I didn't think like, oh, I'm going to become a studio owner. I just knew like I have an affinity for music. I want to do something with music, and there's something there that's worth pursuing for me. And so I considered going into live sound. I considered going into video game audio. I considered a number of things. But the thing where I was actually able to make money right now was recording the people that I knew in my room. So I started doing that for $10 an hour. At some point, I just made a post on Instagram. I was like, hey, I'll record you for $10 an hour. Pull up. And did that for 6 months, turned it to $20 an hour. Did that for about a year, just every single night. And then I quit my job, got this office unit here.
You're in an office unit. I noticed that when I was looking at the picture. That's crazy.
Yeah. It's it's really poorly treated. It's really just like a home studio, but I'm
just
paying out the ass for it.
Yeah. I feel that, bro.
It's like all the advantages of working at home, except for I also pay a second lease.
Except for I'm not at home, and it's way more expensive.
Exactly. Yeah. But
I feel that.
The nice thing about it is that I did that's a big part of like the origin stories. I did live in here for the first 2 years, sleeping in the booth.
So it was actually your house for a while.
Yeah, a little longer than I would have liked, to be honest. But
I feel that.
Work,
Hey, bro, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. The homie John McLucas did the same thing, where he like slept in his studio at some place in LA for like 2 years or something like that.
Yeah. You got to.
So
it's not uncommon.
It's not uncommon, bro. I've been really like talking business stuff. I've been really into like this dude Hermosi. You know who I'm talking about?
I see his stuff come up. He's got some good ideas.
He's got some good stuff. His Alex Hermosi, and he's a gym dude, and he did the same thing except in gyms. He would just sleep in his gym.
Yeah, the difference between the gym and the home studio is that the gym can service hundreds of clients all at once on a membership basis and run 24/7 with basically one staff working minimum wage.
The studio, they have showers.
Yeah.
Also, they have showers for when you're sleeping.
Right. Well, that's the crazy thing about this building. Actually, is they do have a shower here. It's basically set up for. It's just not zoned residential, so there's always people living in the building. The landlords. Sure. You're not watching this. You're not hearing me say this, but they know there's always a handful of people who are just kind of camping out.
Yeah. No. That's I feel that. I mean, Seattle's crazy right now, so like you gotta do what you gotta do. I ain't, gotta do what you gotta do. But yeah, so you kind of started doing that thing. You moved into this spot that you're in right now. Lived there for a bit until you could find a spot. So what? So bring us up to speed now, now, from then to now. So you start really taking it seriously.
Yeah. I've, I just slowly raised my rate and just increased the volume and and I've just been really lucky, really fortunate. because I had such a good standing sort of reputation here in the local hip hop scene, that got me a lot of it got me well known locally. And then I've had I have no major placements, I have no major credits, I don't work with labels. I'm working basically all with like independent artists. So I've been really lucky that all the time I spent in the community with artists before starting the studio really paid big dividends for me, and I'm really grateful